then it's just too bad. It's just we'll
got scammed into watching it anyway.
We'll go into podcast mode. We'll react to the chat. We'll do a little bit of an AMA. Oh, we got a Falco versus Falcon.
Who wins this matchup, Radar?
It is definitely Falco. This is one of those things where, okay, so if you have like a really nasty punish game as Falcon, it's not that bad. It honestly is not that bad. But there's a reason why, like, when I play good players, this is one of the few matchups that like I'm able to like take games in. So yeah, this is definitely a tricky matchup, and one of the main reasons for it is just like as soon as you can get kind of on top of Falcon's shield, it's really, really difficult for him to get out of that situation safely and productively. More often than not, he kind of just has to like roll, like we saw there. And if you're smart with both covering those options and like just putting Falcon back in the situation as soon as he gets out of it, his back is kind of against the wall.
Yeah,
pretty much the whole time.
I mean, again, as a Mario player who is highly skilled at the game, Falcon is just tall Mario.
Yeah.
And this matchup is
not to Miriam,
for Mario.
Not to my wife yet.
Not to my Radar.
He's not short.
He's definitely not
he's
short.
Not
Mario.
short.
Let's get that out of the way. But he's probably lying about his height on all dating apps. I get it. Look at this guy. He's got gold ass nipples, but I don't know.
That's someone who's really secure with their body.
Yeah.
They just made those nipples. They are not compensating for anything at all.
But Brandon talked about this on LACS stream about how Mario players basically spec, and I think he and I have differing, like we agree in some ways, but we have different characters who we believe this to be true. So Brandon thinks Mario players spec into, and this is probably because he used to be a dock player, but Fox, Falco, or Marth. I think Mario players spec into Sheik or Falcon.
As in, like, that's the one matchup they're good at?
Well, no. Like, as in...
Oh, there are two styles.
When you hit your breaking point, and every single mid-tier to low-tier knows this feeling that I'm describing, where you find one character or player that just beats you constantly, and you're like, I'm done. This is it. I need to switch. And then you change characters to a top tier. I think for Mario players, it's Sheik and Falcon, and it translates the closest to them. But I do see what Brandon's coming at in terms of Fox, Falco, Marth, and that was brutal. KillaBlue.
You think KillaBlue puts the, like, I'm actually not even making a joke here, like the hoodie on to kind of like drown out some of the kind of sensory stuff, like, you know, like get more in the zone?
It's possible.
Like, is that like why Westballs did it?
Yeah.
I can remember Drug Fox once tweeting being like, when I put my hoodie on and play Red Falco, I feel like Westballs, and that makes me feel like powerful. Which is a sentence that does not apply in 2023. Powerful and Westballs, two things don't always go together.
All right, Zero to Death. Moving on. Anyway, what do you guys think about this, chat? Because I feel like both philosophies are correct in their own right. I want to Mario pill all of you by the end of this broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of thoughts on Mario. I have the one thought is that up tilt is apparently better than you might think.
So goddamn good. All right, yeah, KillaBlue's amazing. He's really clocking in pretty hard. It's hard to do real kind of like analysis on matches like this when a player is kind of getting run over right now, because we don't get to see like what kind of habits DSL Plox is going for or what kind of defensive options he wants to maybe lean into. He's just getting run down right now.
Yeah, especially like that. Like you can tell like DSL not really going for any kind of reactions. Like in the one situation where DSL just got a grab, that was like very much a read. And it hasn't looked great. All right, down air. Oh.
Mario wins against Falco is the most insane sentence I've ever heard in a Twitch chat. That's wild.
That is wild. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we can all just admit that some people are dumb. Like that's all it comes down to. You know?
That's
like,
not nice.
I'm kidding.
I'm not.
Nah, I'm really not either. Yeah, like some people got it and some people just don't, you know? And right now, the two people commentating right now, they don't got it. They're commentating. They're not in top 8 for a reason.
Oh,
you
no.
know? Oh, shoot.
He had the right idea, but I think he needed to dash a little bit further to the left to get the proper amount of pullback on that Raptor boost. Instead, he just plummets to his demise. As chat vehemently talks about the Mario Falco matchup, which is, again, not winning for Mario. So,
Yeah. But we got a replay from Coffee Crisp, distinctly Canadian snack for everybody to enjoy, and the sponsor of GOML, one of the sponsors.
Yeah, KillaBlue played that really well. A name that I remember from years past, so expect them to hopefully make it to round 2. I would assume that they're a pretty high level seed just by the basis of this gameplay we saw here.
Yeah, that was definitely a very solid edge guard.
Or at least top like 2-3 seeds in this pool, right?
I would guess.
We've talked. Who did I talk about this with yesterday? It was Wheat, and I trust Wheat's judgment when it comes to this stuff because they're obviously much better at it than you and I. Someone had told Wheat, I forget who it was, that the difference between 2nd and 3rd seed actually just doesn't matter.
Like in terms of how a block play,
Yeah,
like a pool plays out?
Yeah. And I am inclined to believe that if Wheat is the one telling me that is true.
I think it's because like you have to split up, right? Like they go
Yeah.
on different tracks, so they're just not going to end up playing each other. Yeah.